Jai Hind everyone. Sanjivani, you are
Yes,
ready?
sir.
Sanjivani,
Yes, sir.
you are ready with your topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shweta, keep time.
Okay, sir. You can start now.
Good morning to everyone. Today my lecture topic is electric vehicle. In the fifth meeting of Niti Aayog Government Council, which took place in June 2019, Niti Aayog had proposed that only electric vehicle will be sold in India from year 2023. The need of transition will to electric vehicle. First is a vehicular population is one of the major issue of air pollution. By switching to electric vehicles, we can solve this issue. As per the report by government, with this move, carbon emission will reduce by 37% by 37% by the year of 2023. This will also fight against climate change. As India is committed to bring down its share of global emission by 2023, as per the Paris Climate Agreement, replacing diesels and petrol vehicles with electric vehicles will help to achieve this goal. As the number of people who are buying vehicle is rising, the air quality will further for a need to address these challenges. As of 2019, India is import crude oil for 82% of its oil requirement. By using electric vehicles, we can reduce the dependency of other countries for oil imports. Steps taken by the Indian government. First, to encourage a customer to buying electric vehicles. The electric government remove the registration fee for electric vehicles for June 2019. It is also assigned a green number plate for electric vehicles for using eco-friendly option. Indian government plan to set up number of charging station in near future. Niti Aayog also has suggested to starting a highway project which conduct an overhead electric network to continue supplying electricity to the electric trucks. uh, some challenges also face. First is motivated
Only
common
30
people
seconds
to
are left.
buy an electric vehicles is the biggest challenge at present. The cost of electric vehicles is much higher than other vehicles. Marketing team affordable is a big task for government and automotive industry. Also, by building infrastructure for charging station is also another challenges for the Indian government. So lastly, I want to conclude that.
Time up.
Thank you.
Okay. You can conclude in such cases. 10 seconds you can generally take. It happens in
Okay, sir.
SSB also. Sanjivani?
Okay, sir. Can I conclude, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it is a good thing to switch electric vehicles. It is an environmental friendly option, but the government should ensure that the transmission will be smooth. Recently, electric vehicles major Tesla has announced that they are going to start India Indian operation soon. So companies have not only start to manufacture electric scooter and bikes in a state like Uttar Pradesh, but we have also big to research for alternative to lithium ion batteries, which are most important which are most import from China. So thank you.
Okay. A little bit confusion today. Sanjivani? Throughout. That is what is lesson to learn. Our thinking and speaking has to have some kind of synchronization, and it comes with practice. Even the experts get confused at times, the thinking speed and talking speed. But with practice, it gets very well synchronized. Electric vehicle is a new thing, very, very fascinating, but there are some pros and cons. For the consumer, the price factor, the associated battery issues, long range one cannot drive, insurance becomes little costly because electric vehicle compared to the petrol and diesel vehicle is costly. So insurance is directly related to cost of the vehicle. The bigger issue is the environment concern. In the front face, if you see in the cities, we get clean air if all the vehicles become electric. But the electric production as of now in India is primarily dependent upon coal. So at the production stage of electricity, it has got problems. But then in a longer run, those who are going to buy electric vehicles will look for solar panels at their rooftops. So slowly this clean energy concept will be reality. So as of now, it is debatable whether electric vehicle is good, bad, because in overall scenario, it is still cost which is the primary factor for taking decision. So consumers are not still convinced whether electric vehicle will be a good bargain for them, because battery guarantee, then in the long run the battery replacement is a heavy cost, because 40% of the cost of the vehicle is the general cost of battery. So after 4 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, if the battery is not running well or it is not giving the desired mileage, so battery replacement becomes mandatory, and that is a huge cost. So whether you have really got economical in terms of saving the fuel cost, if it is not so, then it is a problem. People are counting on that. But yes, electricity generated, if it is generated from the clean renewable energy, then these cars probably government will also give some kind of subsidies, more subsidies. But as of now, it is not a very attractive market. People are going for it. Two wheelers are coming, four wheelers is a little dicey thing, because of four wheeler is taken for long run. But as of now, the vehicles are not giving that long run in per charge. So charging station infrastructure is a challenge, it will come up. CNG options are there, that infrastructure is setting up. Hybrid fuel is coming. So all those things are simultaneously happening. That's why it is still not clear in the user's mind where to go. It is little confusing. But from the environment concern, yes, electric vehicle is good. Okay, who is next? Ganesh, Harshwardhan?
Sir, can I?
Okay, Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan, all well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll speak in the daytime. Uh, Sanjivani, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Harshwardhan.
Good morning, everyone. Today's topic of my lecture it is reservation and its impact. Uh, in the year 1882, William Hunter and Jyotira Phule came up with the idea of reservation, but it was a type of reservation which was based on the caste system. After that, various separate electorates were established for Muslims, Sikhs, and Christians, etc. But to the contrast, Mahatma Gandhi, who was a great leader, was against it, but various other leaders like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar were in favor to it. Also, the Pune Pact, which was brought out, provided various uh, provided a, s- uh, provided a single Hindu electorate in which Dalits were also given seats which were reserved for them. For in the initially only SC ST were allowed to be given reservations, but after some years OBC category was also introduced to give the reservations. If you talk about the reasons to give reservations, the main reason for giving reservation is bringing out the social justice for those who are socially backstabbed by the people. also to provide jobs for those who are not to the communities who are not able to get it uh, from their past. Also, few people also use it as a way to mobilize a large amount of people to gain their political gain. If we talk about reservation for women, it has worked in a large sense. Large sense, we have the example of Panchayati Raj, which was the 73rd Amendment and had provided a woman's reservation in the panchayat at the village level, and also had brought upbringing for the woman in their village and bringing decisions for their family and also the village. If we talk about some arguments in favor of reservations, reservations create a level playing field for the socially and economically backward classes. Also, reservation has not harmed administrative efficiency at that level. Also, studies say that the way Panchayat has woman reservation in Panchayat has brought out positive ways for the woman. It can also bring positive ways for those of the SC, ST, and OBC. But there are also arguments against reservation, like
Last 30 seconds.
mostly it is said that political various political parties use it as a tool to gain political goal, which can also create uncertainties between various communities. We have the example right now in Maharashtra, where the need for reservation is going on. And but lastly, concluding my lecture, I would like to say that if if the purpose of reservation is social justice, it can only be achieved in India by providing
Time up.
large scale jobs, educational possibilities, and also, but not by extending reservation along caste lines. I think that the government must focus on providing jobs and educational possibilities. Thank you.
Good, Harshwardhan. You brought out the historical perspective, little bit base, then covered it well. Reservation is a very sensitive issue. Those who are having benefits, they will definitely want it. Those who are getting affected adversely, they will definitely oppose it. But rationally, if you think any concession, reservation, if it comes up, it has to have a validity of time. If it is not time bound, it will create problems. Exactly same thing is happening, because after certain duration it becomes problem for others, because the balance is shifting and it becomes disbalance. Exactly this scenario is emerging. If reservation is availed by one generation, if some of the families are uplifted, then whether that reservation should continue. Creamy layer concept came, but how many people are honest in India? That is quite evident. Nobody is really honest to surrender the benefits. Now the woman reservation bill is coming in parliament. Even that is to be time bound. It is just for the politics. Some things get unnecessarily into the argument area, because the vote politics is different. There is no rational for vote politics. If you want to appease particular community, you will do any nonsense thing. But when it comes to running country, developing country, having social harmony, what is the outcome of reservation today? Social disharmony. And what is the goal of a nation? To bring harmony. So are we rational? No, we are not rational. To bring the social justice, if the social harmony is disturbed, we are failures. So this is a very sensitive topic. Reservation at the most is more justified for the scholarships, for incentives, economic incentives, supporting in terms of money, because there one can get empowered. But merit compromising and giving reservations right from selection till promotions is anyway wrong thing. So something has to be done on this. Otherwise, our social disharmony will go to a level, and the beautiful setup of India will become problematic. As such, Westerners had predicted that India as a nation is a flawed concept, It is a very diverse configuration and it will not survive. And the reservation may become one day sole cause of disintegration of India. If it happens, will be a bad day for us. Let's hope for the best. Wisdom will prevail in our political setup and correct decisions will be taken. Society is diverse, so we need rational decisions. Our social leaders, people who are educated, should talk sense, should propagate rational ideas. Whether you are born in the benefiting category or in the other category, your rational mind should work. Harshvardhan, good, very sensitive topic, important topic, may be relevant in all the exams which are coming up. Okay, who is next? Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Harshvardhan, keep time.
Yes, sir. You may start.
The topic for my today's lecture is current reservation crisis in India and government policies. So basically, reservation is to facilitate access to seats in government jobs, education, legislature to a kind of certain population in India. Now there has been various crises regarding reservation, and one of the most prominent crises today is faced by the Maratha community in Maharashtra. So in Maharashtra, the reservation stands at for SC 13, ST 7, OBC 19, VJNT 11, and SBC, socially backward class 2. In all, it comprises around 52%. And if we even add minority into it, it goes around 65 to 70%. So it is very tough for a government to add new reservation system into it. And there are many cons of this reservation if we add it into our current policy. Reservation for Marathas will not be limited to only the Marathas of the one of the prominent region. West Maharashtra would also demand it, and this will come at a cost of other OBCs. And the Marathas, the poor amongst them, has option of EWS. But if all of them are given the status of OBC, then the poor sections among them will suffer. Now, one of the other community, the Dhangar community in Maharashtra, is asking to include them in SG as they are currently in OBC. In India, also, we can see that the cases are going on. Gujjar versus Meenas in Rajasthan, Gujjar versus Bakarwal in Kashmir. In Manipur, the crisis was there for the Meiti community. Now, OBC reservation stands at 19%, and in Maharashtra, even we have 370 communities in it. Already, it is a very complex structure there. And the prominent point in it is some Marathas who are agrarian are facing issues due to less crop yield. But the government is giving reservation not on the basis of economic. It is on given on the basis of social backwardness criteria. So these are some of the cons which are related to reservation in Maharashtra. Now I'll be speaking on some of the prominent policies. One of the major steps taken by government in reservation now is they have brought up the women reservation, the Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyanam bill. It basically states that one third of or 33% of the reservation for women in Lok Sabha and state constituent assembly. Currently, as per 2019, we have seen only 78 women MPs are there, and this reservation is only for Lok Sabha and state assemblies. One third of the seats are already reserved for local bodies of election for women, like Gram Panchayat, Municipal Corporation, and Zilla Parishad. Now, there are some pros and cons to it also. The issues with this reservation resides as OBC women have no quota in Lok Sabha. So, OBC women are lacking in this thing. Second is puppet
Last 30
candidate.
seconds.
This Sarpanch Pati problem is always there in villages. And third is people will not accept a lady as a leader if she is not a prominent figure in our community. Now, in history, we have seen that women have brought many good things. We have seen that Dowry Prohibition Act, Suppression of Immoral Traffic and Brothels Act. These were all these all acts were taken up by the women. They have fought for themselves. At last, in my opinion, I would like to state that this social evil of reservations is to be eradicated, and merit-based system is to be
Time.
brought out. And we have seen that economical weaker section on the basis of economy we have given reservation. This criteria is also there. So this should be the prominent criteria for reservation in India from now on. Thank you.
Good, Ganesh. A lot of statistics brought out, very relevant. Now club it what Harshvardhan spoke. Now Ganesh spoke. This becomes a lot of information. This topic is actually going to become big problem in times to come for nation, because if government is not taking correct decisions, short-sightedness, community is behaving irrationally. Obviously, if you see community in front of a nation, community has nothing to do with what nation has to do. It makes sense because they are selfish. Any particular community is more worried about their progress. That is a mindset. But then we have to have a healthier environment in the country where government is able to convince all the communities that this is how we all will progress. The conducive environment government has to create. Unfortunately, the political minds are also short sighted because everyone has got the definite life which is limited. That life for them, they have to make careers. Maybe a political leader, if he is in 50s, so far he has worked hard, he is also looking for that the productive years is another 15, 20 years. He also has to have that, that dream destination, some aspirations. These are the problems where nobody talks in the longer interest of the nation. Maybe next movement in India will be chaotic if things are not controlled now. If you see today, next year elections are there, a lot of issues are flared. Already we have seen the bloodbath in Manipur. The root cause is actually, yes, it is a complex issue. It is not only this reservation and different caste issue. It is something more also. But one of the bigger factor is reservation or some concessions particular to any community, and that is how the another community becomes little aggrieved. So why to play with this kind of dirty structure? Why to really get into the situation where tomorrow there will be civil war? We have seen a small scale civil war in Manipur. Let's be honest to accept it. It is a civil war. It is a war where we are trying to suppress now, but that will not be correct way of it. If there is a problem, you cannot deny. So can we work and bring harmony? Because it is in the corner of the nation, we could somehow contain it, limit it to that corner. But imagine if tomorrow larger communities in the mainland, whether it is Jat, Gujar, Maratha, some of the OBCs in all the states, if they unite, because social media is again the fueling factor now. Your own ideology you can push very easily. It has got merits also and demerits also. It can be used for wrong reasons. Now the Maratha agitation which has happened, or the uh, big gathering happened, lot of lessons to learn. How easily it has organized this. Social media is a powerful tool, again proved. If you organize in a systematic way, such kind of thing, government will take lot of time to organize, but people organized it. What was the bigger aspect? Social media. People could communicate easily, but the similar thing if it is used to miscommunicate or defragment all the communities, hatred is propagated, suppose, and imagine the chaotic situation. So we are heading towards it. All the communities are now having suspicion about other communities' intentions, thought process. This is not good. Our country is built with a lot of efforts. We have got very great structure in terms of all the communities living within one nation. There is hardly any nation where such structure is there. So can we strengthen it rather than destroying it? So maybe youth have to understand this, because in colleges also this fragmented societies are visible now. We can stop it. I remember in my days school, we never knew caste. Even in army, air force, navy, this was just not known and not discussed also. But today things are getting discussed, things are getting on social media. Somewhere it has to stop. Otherwise, like armed forces aspirations or aspirants, they will definitely look for nation's interest. So nation's interest is living together, working together, because no matter how strong army we have, no matter how strong air force and missiles we have, we will not be able to survive if the internal structure becomes weak. And my apprehension is, my fear is, we are getting weaker internally, and the politicians are not worried. Politicians are looking for 1 year, that is their election, and those who are sensible should help to stop it. These topics from exam point of view preparation, what you spoke very well, but then the future life, you all should be little more aware. Okay, Advait, you want to speak?
No, sir. I will try to speak next time.
Okay, at least you can open up, give introduction today, so that others know what is your background, what is your aim, what is your qualification. Just go ahead.
Mm. So, hello everyone. Myself Advait Kulkarni. Currently, I am pursuing my graduate course in pharmacy, B pharmacy. I am in third year right now. So, very far I have given three attempts of NDA exam, and the, failed all of them, but still trying. I'm studying for CDS, and also for SSB. I'm preparing for SSB.
Okay, Advait, why you taken pharmacy?
Sir, I have a background, sir. My father has
Okay, understood.
pharmaceutical agency of his own.
Understood,
So,
understood. Only thing,
I,
if you are heading for CDS, I think pharmacy in fourth year you will be eligible, isn't it?
yes, sir.
So you are getting 1 year late. That is my concern. But it's okay. You have got a backup plan through pharmacy, so it is sensible. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, any point from anyone? Important topics. Reservation today. Two speakers spoke. Have rational opinions. Go for correct thinking. Our self interest should be, as per Chetwood Credo, last. So community is also smaller than nation. So nation's interest, if it is getting affected, let's follow the Chetwood Credo, nation first. And national interest is getting harmed through these reservations related. All the decisions are going little wrong. Okay, we'll end here. Call it a day. Bye. Jai Hind.
Right, sir.